Okay, here's the 125, same thing, going to do an update on it before I do the water change. The water looks really clear in here. You could actually look end to end and still see through the tank, but even though that's the case, I still want to do a water change on it. You know, everything tests out good, nitrates, ammonias, I mean, nothing really shows that it's high or out of parameters, but I still like to do a good water change. Here's my Peacock Gudgeon. I think he's got such good color, but still, you know, it's good to do a water change even though all your water parameters come out good. Just get some fresh water in there for the guys. But the only really different thing since the last update on this thing is I lost one of my Dwarf frogs, and it was the one that had a gimp leg. So I don't know if that's the reason or what it is, but the other one's doing good. He's actually put on some weight, kind of thickening up a little bit, getting a little fat, but that's okay. But here's the 125 for a water change. Nothing really noticeable. I just can't wait till I get everything ready to do this as a planted tank. A lot of room for a lot of plants, so that'll be cool. But everybody seems like they're doing good in here. So here's the 125. Okay, here's the 125 after its water change and some scrubbing on it. The thing I really like about water changes is on these rainbows. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the water quality or something, but you can see that Boesemani. His color is way better now that I've done this water change. There's the New Guinea. He's got a lot more color. It's just something about water changes. You can see a bunch of bubbles still in there. The one thing to remember when you're doing water changes, I was watching some YouTube videos. Like I said, I've been in the hobby for about 20 years. I've always used a dechlorinator in my water to get it right, but watching and somebody showed me this Seachem Prime. Started using it. I fell in love with the product. You treat, when you're doing water changes, you treat how big your tank is, not how much of a water change you're doing. So this is a 125 gallon tank, so I put 3 caps in here. It's really 150, but you know, a little extra isn't that big of a deal. But instead, you know, of treating the 50 or 60 gallons I changed, that's what I done. Actually, I probably didn't change that much, but you know, the YouTuber I was watching was Dustin's Fish Tanks. Guy's got some great skills. You know, he's not afraid to try something or tell you what he thinks. So check out his YouTube channel; it's pretty cool. But here's the 125. Looking clean, which, you know, with this gravel down here, you really don't notice a bunch of dirt. The other thing I do when I'm changing water is my canisters. I just unplug them, and I unplug them. You can see that's the little one. That's a 205, and then I've got the 305 on this side. The reason I unplug my canisters, you just done a water change and you just put chlorinated water in there. If your filters continue to run while you're doing the water change and adding water, that untreated water is going to go into your filter. The bad thing about that is that chlorine will kill your beneficial bacteria that is living in your filter. So give the prime time to take that chlorine out of your water. And then, after maybe an hour, even 2, probably the most, you can turn those filters back on. It's not going to hurt your tank to set for a little bit without any filtration. So just my advice, but that's what I do. So here's the 125. Now on to the 30.